It's about making sure that they chase a manageable score.
Yeah, well, Kenan Patel has been good in his last over. He gave away only one run. Remember, he created a couple of opportunities. Well, the first one was not really an opportunity. He fell short of the fielder, but then Usman Khan provided a return catch, which he could not hold on to. He was on 32, remember. So he's been good. He tries to pull this. It's in the air. Fielder there makes just when you say makes a mess of it, he holds on to that in the second attempt. Kenan Patel gets his man.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised about that shot from Usman Khan. Very, very surprised, to say the least, because there is a partnership of 92 of 82. And take another look here. Well, the fielder did very well to recover. Bounced off his hand. That's because it's not been India's day. They've been missing things. And that's a wicket they're after. And has Usman Khan given the opening that India wanted? He's out for 35, 123 for 2.
Well, the partnership has been broken in Kenan Patel, who's already created a bit of a trouble in his first over, was a little unlucky, but he only gave away extra 3 runs because now Ahmad Hussain has been out in the middle. He's got a 50 and 100 to his name, so he can certainly bat. He's got a best of 132, but talking about Usman Khan, he could only add another 3 runs after he was dropped. Couldn't capitalize on that opportunity. You will ask yourself, was that really a necessary shot at that stage of the game that he played 17 overs, already got 92-run partnership? Well, Ahmed straight away opens his account. That has been good bowling from Patel.
See, Pakistan needs stability, and they were looking so good with that partnership. And India didn't look like dismissing, because they were not holding on to their catchers. And what the Pakistan batter has just done is he's provided the wicket.
Watchful Samir may not want the run. It's a good call not to go for the run. A wicket taken over, coming to an end. Just 1 run off it. Pakistan under 19, 124 for 2. Well, Roshan, you were asking about how effective the spinners will be. Kenan Patel has provided that opening to the India under 19. Now, what do you make of the game from here? The fact that the partnership has been broken.
Well, I think India is after the wicket of Minhas. If Minhas could be dismissed, take a look at the last wicket. It was a nothing delivery. And very nearly, but good recovery by the fielder. But India is after Minhas. If you get him out now, India will be back in the game big time. So that's what they'll be telling themselves. Yes, they'll look to attack the new batter, but to me, the scalp is Minhas.
And the reason why, he's got 65 to his name, all right, but he's got older shots. And we've seen him just manufacturing the shots. A bit of a concern phase. Maybe they want another partnership built. Because how often we've seen in cricket some collapses happening. 1 wicket falls, and after that, sometimes a couple of other wickets in the batting side that looks really good could be put on the back foot. That's what India under 19 will certainly be thinking. Pakistan under 19, as you rightly stated, Samir Minhas has the responsibility on his shoulders. Just completing my point about him. He's got all the shots. He rotates the strike. He has that hunger, purposefulness for his game. Wants to just score runs. Comes down the track. This is good.
Yeah. Now this is a little phase that India needs to win. If they're trying to, be in the game, they need to win this phase. And how do they do that? First, bowl like that. Bowl dots. Keep building dots. Don't let the batter score runs easily because they were scoring quickly. And now they started to build dots. This is a good over. Just 3 runs. So that's a start.
Oh, almost a return catch. A little away from Chauhan. 4 runs coming off it. After 18, it's 128 for 2. Well, head-to-head in the ACC Under-19 Asia Cup. From the 8 matches, India Under-19 have won 3, Pakistan Under-19 have won 5. And in this final of the DP World Men's Under-19 Asia Cup 2025, 28 for 2 of 18 overs, Pakistan Under-19 have got themselves in a very strong position. They just lost a good 92-run partnership. We only have to see who that will be in opening 4. Discussion going on among the Indian players, and they understand that this is an opening that they were looking for. Well, Minhas has been amazing today. He's hit all the good shots you can expect to watch in a cricket game.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been aggressive, played some lovely shots. High left elbow, some delivery short and wide, not afraid to pick on the short delivery. And some sumptuous shots as well, like that. Outstanding knock so far.
Yeah, he's looked confident. Yeah, India are building the pressure. Last over went for 4 runs. Last delivery of the previous over from Kanishk Chauhan was almost a return catch. That's what they just need to continue to do.
And also, this is good running. Also, this is good captaincy. Because Minhas has made 66, 67, having a slip against a left-arm spinner. So he's looking for wickets. Now, I can understand with the new batter in to have that slip, but with the set batter, they're telling themselves that there is a little opportunity. If the ball turns and grips, find the outside edge. Clever cricket, very clever cricket by Pakistan, just dropping and running. They're trying to break the field, obviously, just getting those fielders close in to prevent the single, and then maybe they look to do something different.
Yeah, it's the punch and the counter punch. You see a wonderful show out there. India Under-19 trying to put pressure, bringing in an extra fielder in the slips. Coming down the track, Samir Minhas. I like the confidence that he shows. Playing against the spin. But with running between the wicket, Pakistan Under-19 are doing really well as well. You look at that 130, they have 14 fours to it, 5 sixes to it. Because they started very aggressively against, and comes down the track this time around, throws a kitchen sink to it.
That's not a good sign for Pakistan. What is he trying to do? That's the frustration India will want to build on with those dots. He's looked so good, and suddenly he just a wild shot.
Another good over. Only 4 runs coming off it. 132 for 2 after 19. Kanishk Chauhan is asking for a tape of his finger. Tells you that maybe how far was that, if we get to see that? Because in his last over, last ball that he bowled, Roshan, Samir Minhas continued to lose his feet. And in the process, Kanishk Chauhan just threw himself in it. Look at that.
See, those are the chances. Yeah, obviously that finger hit the ground. But yeah, that's fine. You can tape that finger. So, right, first let's show you the 2 wickets.
Yeah, well, I think Hamza gave away his wicket because he was dropped off a similar delivery and he couldn't just place it nicely, and then I think he gave away his wicket as well. It was not a necessary shot at that stage of the game when you already are getting good runs. 92-run partnership had been built. Last thing he wanted was to give an opening to India under 19. And Osman, who looked good for his 35, bowling catch, he gave away his wickets. Ayush Matre, the skipper, continuing with himself in the slip to put pressure. Now, fielders just not allowing that strike rotation. Remember the punch and counter punch we mentioned. The counter punch from Pakistan under 19 is if they can rotate the strike, which the India under 19, and they eventually get a run and get rotation. Samir Minhas on strike now.
Interesting, if you look at the way Chauhan's bowling, when he started, he was bowling it quicker. Now he's looking to bowl it a little bit slower. So that may be that he's finding some grip of bowl it slower, with more spin imparted to the ball.
He's bowling it quick to Samir Minhas this time. Yeah, well, as a spinner and as a bowler, if you're bowling on a wicket, it's important that you get the measure of the wicket as quickly as you can, understanding where you are getting the purchase. And for the spinners, more often than not, it is if you just bowl it a little slower and allow the ball to do something. And you need to know what speed you need to bowl on the wickets. But then, this is a learning curve. They don't only learn and represent their countries. Moving on. Ayush Matre has been a busy captain since the breakthrough. And they want the run, but they won't get it.
Last ball of the over. But I like this little face by India. Oh, look at them. That's very encouraging. Again, very, very ambitious. But he'll get a boundary. Just wants to kind of release the pressure with that shot. 139 for 2.
Well, Samir Minhas closes that previous over with a similar shot against Kanishk Chauhan.
See, what he's trying to do is trying to open up areas against the off spinner, because he's looking to settle into a nice line and length.
Yeah, well, what Pakistan and Nigeria are doing so well is just continuing to run hard between the wickets. The strike rotation is the key. That's how they can put pressure on the bowlers. Let's just have a look at that previous shot. Once again, kind of scooping it or sweeping it. This is the second time that he's targeted that area. Tells you about his mindfulness of where the gaps are.
It's a very useful shot to try and open up areas. The reverse sweep is a good shot. That shot is a good shot.
It has to be useful. Dilshan coming from Sri Lanka, joined by a Sri Lankan. Yeah, well, the good thing about Patel is he's keeping it very tight, wicket to wicket. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, you got to keep it wicket to wicket. Yeah, just look at that. And a Dilshan scoop, isn't that?
He knows there is nobody at short fine leg, so it becomes a very safe option. Now, also interesting to see where Hussain is batting. He's batting on the off stump to the left arm spinner. He's looking to play with soft hands, whatever that is turning in. He's looking to try and work away on the leg side. Look where he's batting.
Yeah, well, I believe what he's been told to do is pretty straightforward. Stitch a partnership together with Samir Minhas because he is in a good form. He's got 73. Remember, he's already got 177 in this tournament. Another tidy over comes to an end. Only 2 runs coming off it. After 21, it's 141 for 2.
The fans are certainly enjoying themselves. Don't know if you can say that about the boys in blue. As Ayush Matre says, if the frontline bowlers can't do it, maybe I can. The captain bringing himself on. And we know for a fact that against the UAE, they use 9 bowling changes just so that in moments like these, they could effect the change. As I'm joined by smiling Salman Butt in the commentary box.
Thank you, Atish. And why not? Pakistan are off to a great start. They have the platform, 141. As Samir, elegant as ever, is batting his way to a great knock in a big game. 74 already of 54. That is the key factor, how dominating he has been on this bowling attack of India under 19, who have opted to bowl first, considering the conditions would rather help them. But nothing of notice has happened.
Could we say we're spending this finals life living in a batter's paradise?
You see, it was a huge pitch. Sarfraz in the picture, the mentor of the Pakistan side. He's somebody taking care of this youth team. This one is punched down the ground. So, considering India's decision to bowl first, they thought the conditions would be there for the ball to just do a bit off the surface, in the air maybe, and just that initial help for the pacers, which wasn't seen. And at the moment, Pakistan are in a great position.
Oh, just a little bit streaky. How much credit does go to the Pakistan camp? Sarfaraz, we just saw the camera pan towards him. Because initially, having not had much match exposure, they come into this tournament. But today, they seem ready for the fight.
Yeah, I think they have done a tremendous job, considering the fact there is no international engagement for the last year. They engaged national one-days in domestic under-19 competition. Wow, this is driven all along the carpet. Once again, the flow is just brilliant to watch. As the fielder saves a run for his team, Pakistan will get 3 out of it. As Sarfraz applauds his team along with Mansoor Amjad, the fielding coach. And I think they have really done a great job. And the boys, their response has been brilliant too. They have just grown through this tournament, and come the big game, they have turned up with their A game.
Sure for a drive this time of Hussein's bat to end the 20. It's 149 for 2. Yeah, they wanted to come in. They're excited to come in. But that waiting line doesn't mean they can't enjoy the cricket. Still getting a sighter.
I wonder that school on one side with their balconies facing this ground, they could have put a ticket on had this school been in India or Pakistan and allowed the audiences to get a view from a good height.
I do spot certain people in the balcony.
That would be the school staff, to be sure. It's a Sunday, the school is off, but had it been in the subcontinent, they could have put on tickets today.
Khilan Patel, meanwhile, is rushing through. He has been the pick of the bowler so far, keeping things tight at one end. This, of course, the school end where you can see everyone getting a look in. There are some posters celebrating these lads already.
Yeah, you do well and famous you become. People start to follow, and there is the young Pakistan side, and clearly seen in this picture, and a bunch enjoying the wicket. It's reverse swept, and in the gap it goes. Another boundary to Pakistan. So everything going their way at the moment. Hussain decides to reverse sweep one after 4 consecutive dot balls, and he breaks through the pressure with this boundary.
This is clever batting by Ahmed Hussain because Khilan Patel has been very economical. Changed thing up, adds an element of doubt to the bowler as well. Pass short third man, sending it to the boundary. And the 150 is up for Pakistan under 19. Still the same score, 153 for 2 after 23.
Coming out. चलो भाइयों हल्का नहीं शाबाश.
Yeah, the third 50 may have taken 62 deliveries, but considering the scheme of things, when you're into the middle overs, it makes sense. But what stands out, Salman Bhai, is the number of dot balls, or the lack of them, that Pakistan under 19 has played today. Compare that to what happened previously. They played 177 dot balls, a dot ball percentage of 71.37 in the previous match. Right now, it's a dot ball percentage of 55, which means clearly the camp has said, rotate the strike, at least rotate the strike.
Along with this strike rotation, the boundaries have been very regularly coming for Pakistan, as this one will be another dot. So that boundary number has suddenly raised this bar of scoring rate, and it's provided a good cover for the dots. There's still more than 50% dots, 55%, but the boundaries that have been scored today have just covered them nicely.
And that's why I ask you about the pitch. It's not a green top, it's perhaps like a Gabba pitch on day 3.
Well, it has the least grass that we have seen in this whole of tournament. It's one used in the semi-final where India played Sri Lanka. And no great deal of pace as 24 overs are now complete, and it's 154 for 2 Pakistan.
Yeah, we know things can be pretty expensive in Dubai, so the printer had a field day that day when these posters were ordered.
Yeah, some support for Siam in particular. Oh, this is smashed, and this will sail over. Majestic. This is Sameer Manhas showing his class and his temperament. It's a big game, and he is delivering big time.
What a shot that is. Getting to the pitch of the ball, his dancing shoes on, and as you said, simply majestic. There was not an element of risk, just the middle of the bat.
Beautiful, sensible, a boundary and then followed by a single. Rotates the strike, keeps the control, and that is what has been outstanding about him. The attitude, the control that he carries while he's at the crease, he owns the crease. And this is Rao Iftikhar, the bowling coach, and the captain Farhan Yusuf, both look pretty relaxed.
Look at that smile on the captain's face. Tight misfield would help things.
Talking about in perspective, I think it's safe to say that they've misread the pitch a bit, because they thought there would be something for the bowlers, and it's the halfway through, almost 25th over going on, and nothing of substance. As this is pulled over mid-wicket this time, but just the one.
I wonder if, as the game goes on, it's better for the spinners to just slow things up a little bit. Look for grip instead of trying to tighten things. Like that. Just try and invite the batter.
Well, as you said, if it's the day 3 Gabba, then it's the best day to bat on in Gabba. And at the moment, Sameer is enjoying it. 88 of 60.
We're halfway there in the first innings. 164 for 2. Yeah, before this match, India under 19 was superb when it comes to the dot ball percentage. Compared to the average, as of right now, Pakistan is underperforming because it's 55. But that 53% also has that 71% against India. So thereby, it just shows the growth in their confidence as the tournament has gone on, because they were very watchful in their first match. They were playing a lot of dots then as well.
Very understandable their cautious approach to start off, because they're the only team who have not played an international game for a year or so. And a lot of boys making their debut in this very Asia Cup. So for them to have grown the way they have and progressed to the final, and now the way they have stepped into this game, it's up to them. You've got to stand up and applaud their effort so far.
Oh, trying to go for the extraordinary.
Well, this surely isn't required. They're in a great position. They just need to carry on this part, maybe till the 40th over, and then they can be fancy, but not at the moment.
Again, trying to give it the long handle, mistimes it, but it'll race to the boundary. That was just pure strength.
This is far better option to play in front of the wicket. Trust the pitch, because it's not doing anything. It's good for the batter, so you don't need to premeditate and go into a reverse sweep option when you can do this. And this wasn't middle, but put in the gap. Good enough to get him 4.
What was interesting is that he jammed his hand as well, because the bat hit the ground. But such was the power in that shot that it still went to the boundary. Not this time though. 26 overs done, 169 for 2 for Pakistan under 19. What sticks out for me, Salman Bhai, is the fact that they took on the best bowlers of the India under-19 side. Kishan Kumar has been superb with the new ball, going at 9.75, and their main strike bowler, Dipesh Devendran, wasn't allowed to settle at all.
That is why I say the kind of body language, the kind of intent that they have carried in this game, attack the top bowlers and put them under pressure. And we saw that from the first over. The crowd have come in good numbers. A lot of them wait on the outside to get in, but they can get the sight, as you mentioned before. But the ones on this green hill are really enjoying it in the shade.
Oh, they're still waiting. They want to join the picnic. They want to join in on the fun. Patience is a virtue, my dear friends. You will get in no time. Don't worry about it. But all those that have managed to get on the hill, they're certainly enjoying themselves.
Great to see a lot of young kids come in to watch, and this is some magic spray for Hussain on his hand. After this boundary that he struck, I think he just tangled his hand while going through that stroke, but he's okay, good to go. Part of a very important partnership. This phase is very important to make use of this great platform that they have laid. They need to bat. He's till the 40th over, both of them.
Oh, this is what I was expecting, but he's out in line. But is it time for those cutter bouncers? Slow things up a bit.
Yeah, I think considering how the pitch has played, they could have done this earlier in the first power play. But they just thought that they would gut some swing, and I think they waited for too long, because this pitch is very different to what we have seen in the tournament.
Yeah, it's what we would call in our local language a pata wicket.
To be more precise, patta. That's what they call it locally. And Samir Minhas, well, this is how he started, cutting, flicking, slashing, good timing, and then came those great shots off the front foot, off the back foot, sweeps, and flat batting one, sweeping and paddling, and he has done almost everything in the book so far.
Yeah, what impresses me is the variety of shots he's shown, and credit to whoever made that package, because it was just simply showcasing the talent that Samir Minhas has.
And the best part about all that he has done is that he doesn't look in a hurry. He looks to be someone doing all at ease, as it's very easy for him to pick and choose what to do. Very calm looking body language, the face not fussed at all, no pressure of the situation or of the occasion or the final. And that is a real champion's attribute at the top level.
Again, rolled his fingers over. They steal the single. 50 partnership between these two. Negotiating what could have been a difficult phase after Usman Khan got out.
Yes, very important, this partnership. 50 of 60 coming in good time. Hussain has been a busy batter throughout this tournament. Strike rotation in the middle. He's been part of very important partnerships, and he's brought out good results. Short and wide, and Samir clearly not happy. He thinks he's missed out on a boundary ball. But the important part is that he is still there.
Yeah, you mentioned Ahmed Hussain. He obviously scored a century in the first match, had an impressive 60 against Pakistan under-19, complementing Samir Minhas in this middle overs phase. Projected score right now 324. Could go higher should these two stay in the middle.
This situation is tailor-made for Hussain's game. He's a busy player, and he rotates. This is the toss when India decided to bowl first. Then came the anthems. All the players lining up, going through those early moments before the start of play. Nice and confident looking team for Pakistan. The openers walked in, and the instructions from the captain, the final ones.
Did it get a nick? The umpire is unmoved. But Dipesh, this was his moment to shine. Maybe he could continue. Very close that was. 174 for 2.
That's over.
You could see the projected scores. At 8 and over, 358 in a final. You have one hand on the trophy then, don't you?
It's a huge score to have in a final. Another single. It's obvious that India have always had a batting powerhouse. They're mostly reliant on their batters to do the job for them. But then in a final, in a chase, it is a very good score. It can challenge any batting side.
Maybe the thought was that they could silence any Pakistan jitters by getting the players out earlier. But now that the score is this way, the focus will be on a Suryavanshi, it will be on an Aaron George, it will be on Ayush Matre, who's bowling as we speak. These top three batters, two with the flair, George with the consistency, will be key to India's fortunes.
Well, that's the gamble with bowling first in such conditions, that if it doesn't happen for you in the first 5 overs, then it's an uphill task all the remaining day. So the better thing is to have the difficult 5 overs, then have a difficult whole day. And that is, I think, something that India have missed out on.
That's gone towards the sun and beyond the boundary. Sameer Minas taking the captain on and getting the rewards. 28 done, 182 for 2. Suddenly there's the smile is not there. He seems a bit concerned, does Sarfaraz.
Well, obviously, the kind of chance Sameer took on the last ball, he didn't middle it, so the heart would have been in his mouth, and plenty of hearts in their mouth in the dugout as well, as it was a close call. Lucky for him that it's a 6, and he moves to 97, and Sarfaraz, well, he puts a hand on his head and says, why now?
He has his mentor hat on. He's been successful at this stage as well during the Asia Cup in this age group. Champions Trophy success too.
Mansoor Amjad was the assistant coach for the Pakistan Shaheens, winning the Asia Cup in Qatar just a month back. And now he's here with the under-90s. This is the head coach, Shahid Anwar. Looking good with the sharp glasses. As the Indian bowler, he's just discussing maybe a few strategies. Obviously, they need wickets. So there will be a lot of discussions on how to approach for one.
The last few days have been a bit dreary when it comes to the Dubai weather, but today the sun is out, the crowd is there. Perfect conditions for cricket. Leading edge. Even the slices of luck are going Pakistan's way.
I wonder, is it the instruction or the boys themselves? Because they are in a great position and 22 overs to be bowled, whether they're required to play such shots at this precise time. Now he moves there towards the leg side, goes across the line, gets the outside edge and is lucky that it's just the one and a safe one.
Pulled away. There is a fielder there. They will get a couple, to say the least.
Yeah, he's in control, gets the couple, gets to 99, and what a fabulous knock it's been. And it will get much better when he enters three figures, if he does, and he should, because he deserves it. He's been throughout this tournament. 99 of 70 he is. Inside the 29th over. Almost half the...
The perfect example of rising vision. The epitome of patience, talent and virtue today. Sameer Minhas, a century in the final, a second in the tournament.
Fabulous. What a way. On drive, down the ground, full face of the bat. And it really showcases the kind of tournament that he has had. Outstanding performance, and he thanks God, puts it head down and thanks him. Top stuff this from Sameer. He goes to this 100, something that he'll remember for times to come, as the fielder puts in a poor effort. He just dives over the ball. He should have stopped it, not to be. The coach signals him. It's a happy dugout, and so is the man himself. And to the jubilation of the crowd, this century is leading Pakistan so far in this final to a wonderful position.
He has some head on his shoulders, doesn't he? The way he's approached this innings, 12 boundaries, many of them along the ground, along the carpet. And I just go back to that moment when Henil had the chance to take his catch, which was missed completely, miscued because he couldn't spot the ball. And it's led to the second fastest 100 in this edition of the DP World Men's Under-19 Asia Cup.
And I don't know how many of them have scored 200s in this tournament. And he has 100 in the first game and 100 now in the big final. And this is a two shot and signaled a wide, referred by the leg umpire.
Yeah, that's a good call, Salman. He's the only player to have reached triple figures twice in this tournament.
And twice he's not been dismissed. 177 not out and a 50+ score not out in the semi-final. As the stride is being cases, which is good from Hussain as well. As Pakistan move closer to the 200 mark, 2 wickets down, still 21 overs after this to be bowled, so they can't or they couldn't have asked for a better position to be when they would have woken up. And this is his tournament. Dismissed twice in his 5 outings so far, 200s, and brilliant he has been with the bat.
There is a perplexity etched on each and every Indian under-19 face. It seems running out of ideas at this point. I have to give credit to Ahmed Hussain as well, because when he came in, there could have been an issue, because had India been able to pile on the pressure, it would have been very different. But now, where do they get that wicket from? You can see it. There's a sense of confusion. Beats the bat. But Samir Minhas, we celebrate you. 29 overs done, 193 for 2.
Pakistan under 19 are getting a good partnership underway, another 70-run partnership. After that 92-run partnership that was broken when Usman Khan got out. Here we look at the wave of Suryavanshi with 56 delivery. He's got that 100, but Samir Minhas out in the middle. It's the one to watch out for. He's got the second fastest 100. An overthrow has passed him a boundary. Nothing going. India under 19 way. The worst of that is you see a fielder over there who's hurt his foot. What is happening out in the middle? India under 19 missing chances. Dropped a few catches. Sloppy in the field. You had to throw at the wicket. You will say no one backing up, and the fielder who's backing up gets hit. And the ball runs down to the boundary for 4. A dot turns into 4 as I welcome Ali Yunus in the com box. Ali, where do you see the game going from here?
Well, India, if they don't break this partnership, it's surely going towards Pakistan's way. Although too early to say, but still, by the look, it sees that the way Samir Minhas is playing, if they don't take his wickets, and we know what he's capable of, once he gets to 100, is a destroyer, is a destructor, once he's set and past that 100.
You bring a good point. He's already got 177 beaten in this tournament, and remember, he got to his 100 of 122 deliveries when he was batting, and his strike rate was merely 81. And guess thanks to our stats man, he got that those in 26 deliveries, striking at 296. You're looking at a big run. If you're India under 19 fan, they can post a big total. They bring up their 200 for only 2 wickets. Pakistan under 19, and the appreciation from the dugout, the heartbeat, the soul of this game, enjoying it out in the middle. And why not? Samir Minhas has brought his A game here. Comes down back, doesn't get it to his liking, so he just nicely pushes it back.
Yeah, that's where he's been so good in picking and choosing the right deliveries to hit. Yeah, that's how he's taken these 50s, Pakistan under 19. They've been dominant, they've been very authoritative. Down the track. Is it over? Yes, it is! Fearless, fabulous, fantastic. Samir Minhas. 30 done. 206 for 2.
Yeah, we just call that. He turns into a different beast. Samir Minhas, his strike rate gets close to 300. And that is how he does it. Comes down the track, and he almost targeted our cameraman. Look at that. Good connection, clean connection.
And Fidai, he didn't get it from the middle of the bat. And imagine had he middled it proper from the middle of the bat, it would have gone over the head of us, over the building. And the ease he does that. I mean, there is no expressions, nothing at all on his face, as if he's made for these big moments, made for this finals. Just brilliant for Pakistan.
Yeah, well, Salman Butt early on told us that this Pakistan under 19, most of them haven't played that international fixtures, only 8 one-day matches, and you'll tell us more, and then a 3-month camp. So kudos how they have been growing in confidence match after match, especially in the semi-final, chasing 121. And they just made a meal of that. And look at the India under-19. Atif earlier saying that they are out of answers to the questions that the Pakistan under-19 are asking.
Excellent cricket, excellent cricket. This partnership, they did it in the first game against Malaysia. These two joined in to get hundreds. Both of them got 100 in that game. And now over here, in a big occasion, they're doing it again. I think for the India's just, they weren't, you know, they weren't on early on. They were switched off. They were sloppy in the field. They gave away too many runs, opportunities. And I think that has costed them a lot.
Yeah, and look at the partnership, 84 of 84. Yes, Pakistan under-19 have dotted a lot of deliveries when you look at how they have scored. In the process, they have smashed 19 fours, 8 sixes. And they just keep capitalizing on the loose ball. That was there to be hit. And Samir Minhas obliges and sends it for the boundary.
Yeah, he's too good a player. He's not going to miss out on these full tosses towards his legs. His great reactions. He's such a fit player. Physically very fit. Wanting it way behind the stump, but still not getting it right. Towards the legs up, you're always asking for trouble.
You know, last 2 deliveries, a 6 and a 4, striking at 500.
That's why what I said, once he get past that height, he's a different player. He's just an amazing player. But today, in this big game, he's been brilliant throughout the inning. First one to till now. He's been very positive, attacking, dominant. He believes that he belongs to this level. He wants to own this level. He wants to be there for the team, for these boys, the mentors, Sarfaraz Ahmed, Azhar Ali back home, who's worked so hard with him. 3 months, Mansoor Amjad, everyone involved. It's for them.
Yeah, well, the head coach would be a happy man. On a final, you bring your best game, 212 for 2. Another 19 overs left. And they are just bossing things down in a minute. Once again, no one backing. They steal the second. Little sloppy work. Cost an extra run. 31 over done, 214 for 2. Well, Samir Minhas sitting at the top and by a fair big margin, 415. He is the leading scorer at this DP World's Men's Under-19 Asia Cup 2025. It's a luxury as a team to have the top scorer on the side. And once again, second partnership of 91 now of 89 deliveries, so even better than the before partnership that they had put together. And remember, Samir Minhas had a hand in that partnership as well. India under-19 will have to stop the run flow.
Yeah, the easiest way to do is for that to get wickets. And that's not happening. They've just not been up to the mark, these Indian bowlers. Yes, the previous game, they had a bit of more purchase from the surface, but this hasn't happened this year, in this game. And the projected score, 345 at this rate. Samir Minhas, as you earlier mentioned, the strike rate that he bats with after getting to 100, Pakistan would be looking at least towards 370, at least, if he stays on.
Yeah, you said a good point. The fact that when you look at the Pakistan under-19 and how they are settled, you need to take wickets. Early on, when the partnership was broken for a very small period, and there was some bit of a pressure building, even an opportunity, not an opportunity really, but it still hit the fingers of the spinner Chauhan. Now you look at the bowling card of the India under-19, you will say the bowlers really are having a kind of rough day. What a final! Nothing much really for their bowlers. Samir Minhas, he has been on a different planet, hasn't he been? Enjoying his day out here at the ICC Academy, Dubai.
Yes, he's been fearless, fabulous, fantastic. The range that he has shown. You name a shot, he's played that one. And that one has to be the pick. Fantastic, great timer. Places them well, plays a spinner equally well, uses the feet. Plays a sweep shot, not scared to go over the head. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, he uses his feet so well against the spinners. And also, he's got a calm head. He's got a balanced position. And he capitalizes on the loose deliveries. Yeah, look at that. 177 unbeaten against Malaysia under-19. And remember, he was striking at close to 300 after he got to his 100 against Malaysia under-19. 9 runs against India 19, 44 and 69 unbeaten before that. Again, this is India, just chipped it, and that is good enough. The boundary, another 6 off the bat of Samir Minhas.
Everything this young man is touching is turning into gold as he bring up the partnership to 100, courtesy to this fantastic flick shot. That's not where he meant to be, but still, the sort of form he is in. Flying sixes. It's going everywhere. Yeah, not very intended to, but still he will take it. Didn't even bother looking at it. A bit of a no-look hit in that. Tremendous, sensational stuff. This boy is owning it.
Well, they need wicket. India under-19 need wicket. Yeah, too easy, to the pads. He places it nicely for single. He smashed a 6 off the previous delivery. Next delivery, he just doesn't throw his bat at it. He doesn't get carried away. He keeps his cool. He just does it the textbook style. Off strike, bring Ahmed on strike. You look at this partnership of 101 still going on. 37 to Ahmed Hussain and 60 to Samir Minhas tells you the kind of a caliber of a player he is.
To Hussain. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, we'll come back to the point. The contribution from Hussain, 32 done, 225. And it's time for everyone to have a drink break.
मैं दौलत राम सुखी अपनी पूरी जायदाद 40 कमरों का हवाई महल 50 तोला सोना 50 तोला हीरे जवाहरात रामू के नाम करता हूँ रामू नहीं राम नहीं ना बेटा रामू मुंह नहीं राम मी नॉट यू रामू नहीं मार दिया मालिक ने मार दिया पेल दिया गरीबों को राम एक ने ही बदल दिया सब कुछ शब्दों की कारीगरी कर सकती है जादूगरी अब मैटर करेगा हर एक अक्षर जब घूमेगा जादू का चक्कर व्हील ऑफ फॉर्च्यून चल रहा है सोनी लिव और सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन पर
गांव से मर्सी नाम की लड़की लापता हुई थी उस रात तुमने वहाँ किसी ऐसे को देखा जिस पर तुम्हें शक हो?
नहीं सर।
जब तक इन्वेस्टिगेशन खत्म नहीं होते पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे।
तुम पुलिस को कुछ भी नहीं कहोगी। यहाँ एक नई फुटबॉल टीम शुरू हुई है, मुझे खेलना है डैड।
कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
आगे क्या करोगी? भीख मांगोगी?
मैं फुटबॉल खेलूंगा।
ये टीम एक गेम भी जीत जाए ना तो बड़ी बात है।
एक एक करके सब लड़के क्लब छोड़ रहे।
मुझे टीम को बिखरने से रोकना हो।
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
देखिए महाराज और सोनीलेव पर
Is the alarm. And is the alarm of danger to the India under 19. This is his batting. If you've missed it, yeah, you've missed a big part of this tournament. Look at his shots. Look at the range of shots that he's got. Look at the time there and how he middles it beautifully off the full face of the bat. And he shows the full face down the ground for 4, but he can also come down the ground and smack it for 6s. This Sameer Minhas is one for the future for sure. He brings out his 100 in style, and he's still out in the middle. Last year, same opposition, Shahzeb scored 100. Pakistan under 19 ended up winning it against India under 19. In the final, once again, the precedence has been set. India under 19 have got a good, strong batting lineup. Remember, 209 is the highest individual score that a batter who's keeping the wickets now, Abhigyan, got in the previous match and during the group stages.
Yeah, but although they're a huge batting side, but if Pakistan post 360, 370, that will be a mighty task for even a huge batting lineup. Remember, they're just 19-year-olds.
Exactly the point that I'm making. Despite the fact that they have a strong batting lineup, fans are loving it. The fans are loving it. This is what adds the color to this game. With the passion they bring into the game. I say it, they are the soul of the game, the 12th man. So just saying, the fact that even you have a strong batting lineup, one of your batters have scored a double 100, still that scorecard pressure. And if you're chasing anything in excess of 300, let alone 350, let alone 370, it's not going to be an easy task out in the middle for the India under 19 batter. Also remembering that they're only under 19, young, learning. It's going to be an interesting contest, I tell you. But for now, Pakistan can relax because you look at the projected score, Ali, and tell me, you're looking at 399.
Yeah, not thinking that far ahead. I'll be happy with anything between 360 to 375. I think that will be a very good total in Pakistan. They should get to that from this position. Yeah, we're going to talk about the contribution from Hussain after we come back. 33 gone, 227 for 2. This partnership between Hussain and Minhas, 104, may turn out to be a match-winning partnership for Pakistan as they all wait to come in the ground to witness some excellent cricket. If you're a Pakistan fan, you will be loving it because Pakistan are in a very dominant position, 227 for 2. And coming back to the same point, the contribution only 30 from Ahmed Hussain, 54 deliveries. Although the focus has been on this man on your screen, Sameer Minhas, but the contribution from him, it didn't let the pressure get to him. He kept on rotating the strike, odd boundary here or there. I think he equally deserves a lot of credit for being there with Samir Minhas.
That's a very
didn't
good
find-
point. That's a very good point you bring, Ali. Because at times you see under the spotlight 125 of 86 deliveries and one getting a lot of runs, but you don't actually see who's helping on the other hand, just giving him that platform. And you see how he progresses in innings. 15 from 105 to 125.
Yeah, it's just not been India's day. Just not been India's day. Nothing has really worked for them. They needed some inspiration. They needed something different to be done in the field. A good catch, a run out, any sort of thing. It has just not happened. We expected a lot from them in the field because they've been brilliant. We have to say this. They've been brilliant throughout the tournament, unbeaten till now. They've chosen a very wrong, I would say, day to be switched off. I think again, this frustrates the bowler and the captain, Fidai.
Now you just do the counting as to how many runs must have they given away because of their sloppy work. Not to forget that Samir Minhas could have been out when he was on 11 only, that the fielder just lost the sight of the ball and it went for the 6. They are good 30-odd runs that they've given away, including a wicket of Samir Minhas as well, taking nothing away from Samir Minhas. So you gotta be, charged up, and you gotta be just expecting the ball coming to you to act accordingly.
Especially when you have won the toss and bowled first. Because you've taken a decision on a surface where you could have batted first. You took a decision to bowl first, and then your bowlers and the fielders are switched off. That's where they just missed out. Had they batted first, I think they should have batted first. That was the moment where probably it went all wrong for the captain and the team.
You only have to do it wrong to learn it. That is how it is, I guess. 4 runs coming off it. Off 34, it's 231 for 2.
ਉਹ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ
You watch it broadcasters India, Sony Sports Network in Sony Live, Pakistan, PDB, Tamasha, Shika, Test Cricket, Maharaja, Bangladesh, Sports and High Street, Afghanistan, Mobi Group, MENA, Vision, North America, Velo, Southeast Asia, Crickbuzz, Continental Europe. I could finish that list. Last time I tried, I was only halfway through. Ahmed Hussain strike.
And that's where it has been so good, the broadcasting that you just mentioned, Vidai, and you being the host of Afghanistan, being the host of this tournament. I think lots of credit must be given for organizing such a wonderful event. Been broadcasted beautifully. The production has been excellent. We've been looked after, so Afghanistan, they've done a great job.
Yeah, well, it certainly has been a big honor for the Afghanistan cricket being a full member and getting the honor to host the DP World Men's Under-19 Asia Cup 2025. And this has been done in a wonderful manner. No hiccups, no problems, nothing. Everything has been best taken care of, and very happy and to hear from you, and I leave everyone else. I've been taken good care of.
Only just Afghanistan didn't qualify till in the top 4. They're such a good side. Just didn't work out for them.
Being generous hosts, giving it away. It's okay, we are the host. Sit back, allow the others to play the top 4. Okay, there's something happening. Umpire is just in discussion with Ayush, the skipper, because probably the umpire can't see it. He's just blocking his side. And remember, 34 overs been bowled, so it's going to be 1 ball after this for the 16 overs that will be used from both ends.
And that was the case. Probably he was signaling that I can't even see where the bowler is. He's bowling way behind of the umpire. Now this one has got it right. He mixes it up. These off spinners. I remember Saqlain Mushtaq, the great Saqlain. Mushtaq from Pakistan, he started doing this because the ball never reaches you once you bowl from behind the stumps. That's where you can beat batters with the pace. So these are very smart things which Saqlain Mushtaq, he started off one of the finest off spinners the world has seen.
Yeah, well, his spotlight innings for me is that test match against India. Sachin Tendulkar was batting. It was only 30-40 runs that they needed. Comes down the track, Sameer Minhas, you cannot stop him. That's a maximum.
Yeah, smashing Sameer Minhas, fabulous. When he hits it long. Look at those eyes wide open, focus 100%, clarity in mind, perfection in skill, excellent execution, great placement, straight, great result.
You know, the bowler bowls it a little far, so he knows that it's going to be a little slower than the normal delivery. So it's the understanding of the game, using his feet against it to generate that pace. That's very smart from Sameer Minhas. Expensive over. This 9 runs coming off it after 35. It's 240 for 2. And watching those skyscrapers, and they are because Sameer Minhas is out in the middle and he is batting on 133, and 7 sixes in the process been smashed by him. Before him, Usman also looked good and smashed 2 sixes. Altogether, 10 sixes been hit in this contest so far.
Yeah, I know the focus has been on Minhas and Usman, but the contribution, I know it is just 18 runs. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Today, those 18 runs, they were very crucial, of just 14 deliveries that just set the tone for Pakistan batters, from Hamza Zahood, a wicketkeeper batter. Although 18, but that had a mighty effect on Pakistan's body language starting off the game.
Again, another key point. Oh, he tries to sweep it. Loud appeal. But I believe he's got a nick to it, because that's the only thing that can save your bat. And you bring a very good point, the momentum. Because this is the game of momentum. Now again, if India comes and chases down, Abhigyan doesn't look happy about that, but well, the umpire is supposed to do his job.
Yeah, surely that's come off the glove, surely. They so want to break this partnership, they'll take anything, everything that comes their way.
Comes down the track, plays it beautifully, inside out, will just be 1, but full mark to the scoring shot that he hits. Again, Abhigyan, the wicketkeeper, can't just see it, right? He thought that maybe this has hit the pad. And look at that.
He said, see again, wanted to go towards that. Yeah, that's off the glove. Clearly off the glove. So you really can't blame the umpire. In fact, it's an excellent decision from him.
It was even going down the leg side for me, let alone that it has been hit with the gloves. Yeah, good decision that. And the on-field umpires have been spot on. Now, 119.
What?
Ahmed Hussain now, I believe, has set the platform, and it's for him to also launch from here. Because now the hard work, which was to construct a partnership, has been done. You can't now eat up more deliveries, so you got to have to attack as well. And he's still just rotating the strike, which actually he's been doing so well. Another over done after 36, 243 for 2.
Has the lead always.
Yeah, there is no doubt about it. It's been a power-packed performance by the Pakistan under-19 side. 20 boundaries, that is 4s, and 10 sixes in this 243 for 2 that we see at the end of 36 overs. Happy campers, no doubt about it. All smiles. Oh, look at those moves. Roshan Abhisinghe, I've seen you dance like that. Really? Where? Literally last night. Was I? It's a good comeback, but I'm not so sure. He's certainly enjoying himself. Not that I can say that about the Indian players, though, who are on the field. They're perplexed. On a day such as this, Sameer Minhas's innings has certainly rattled a few.
Yeah, it's a very powerful performance by Pakistan. 121 run partnership at a runner ball. 30 runs of last 30 balls, so they're well in control. That's the wide. So India will have to, they'll regret some of the mistakes they made. Yes, we've spoken a lot about winning the toss and bowling, but they could have still made good out of it if they held on to those chances. They could have still created some pressure. I think the biggest mistake was that the missed chances, and they'll regret it more than actually putting Pakistan into bad position.
That should be the one who has the ball in hand right now. That edge that sailed towards him that he couldn't see because of the sun, that was Sameer Minhas who was batting. Henel, interesting enough, had just ditched the glove. He's picking it. Tries it again, just falls short of the fielder. Remember that iconic 2012 Asia Cup final where Unmukt Chand and Sami Aslam scored centuries and India and Pakistan tied? Well, Sameer Minhas has just eclipsed the highest score at an Asia Cup final. That was Sami Aslam's 134 with that boundary that he'd hit.
Yeah, this is a wonderful innings. And Pakistan will expect him to bat to the end, or at least bat as deep as possible, because he's moving the scoreboard quite easily. Pakistan's next target, the 250 is up, of course. Pakistan's next target will be to get to the 40th over. with 2 wickets in hand. With these 2 batters in, which means they'll allow them to be aggressive into the last 10.
He looked the other way, sent it the other side. Did the ball hold up a wee bit?
Yes, he definitely didn't arrive. He had played his shot and just hit the bottom of the bat or toe of the bat. Well, this is a wonderful innings. Absolutely classy innings. You can't afford to give players of this caliber. That's the way he reached his 100. Yep, look at that. The celebration. And they're all enjoying it.
You know, I love dealing in alliterations. Super Samir, Sublime Samir, Majestic Minhas, Magical Minhas. Oh, he's risen to the occasion. There are no 2 ways about it.
Yeah, it's been magical, no doubt. It's his day. And he's made full use of the opportunity that was given to him earlier on, grabbed it with both hands. I don't blame him for that.
I got a few more. Swashbuckling Samir. Magnificent Minhas. Meanwhile, Hussain is on 49. He'll have to go back and bowl 1 more.
Yeah, you can add many to try and describe this innings so far. It's been just... He's reserved this important day for possibly his best innings. He did get runs in the first round, but I don't think it's anywhere close in terms of value that this knock has brought into the Pakistan camp. Magnificent 139 of just 94 balls, and what a strike rate.
Take nothing away from him. On a day where Minhas has been the protagonist, he is certainly the best support cast. A 50 for Ahmed Hussain in this final. Speaks volumes about him and his resilience as well. 254 for 2.
But there's one guy scoring with him.
Yeah, Ahmed Hussain has been one of the finds of the tournament too. 100 in the first match, 65 versus UAE, and yet another 50 to boot. So while we're constantly waxing lyrical about Samir Minhas, he's been watchful, he's been sure-footed, and his batting is back to punch.
And also what's impressive is he's played the role he's expected to. He's made 50 of 70 balls. That's fine because the man is going at 139 of 94. So that's what he's achieved in the tournament so far. Now this is one-handed and it's cleared the boundary, I think. Yes, it's 6. It was not in totally control, but had enough legs.
Forget control, this is power. Lost his grip, but didn't lose the grip on the ball. It was short and to be hit. Swats it away. And he's been holed out. Khilan Patel finally gets the breakthrough. Anticlimactic, but Ahmed Hussain departs.
Yep, he was trying to... Yeah, he's disappointed, but he was trying to be aggressive. He was dragging it from wide of the off stump. Well outside the off stump, in fact. Straight to the man at the short mid-wicket. Ayush Matre, the skipper. Very safe pair of hands. He goes for 56, Pakistan 260 for 3.
हाँ मिठाई चावल ही ने
Wicket brings in the advent of the captain Farhan Yusuf into the middle. The message would be build on this. He can take his time to get his eye in, given the form Samir Minhas is in. But he would be looking to take it to the end. Yeah, to me the role is very clear. He supports Minhas. That's what he needs to do. At least until he gets into a good rhythm. Just keep supporting him, feed him the strike if he can. And what India wants at the moment is wickets. We're 260 for 3, Pakistan looking for 300. So India needs to minimize it because don't forget, this is still a good surface. So India needs to tell themselves that. Gillan getting his second wicket. Getting two set batters out. First Usman Khan and now Mohammad Hussain. What jumped out by wicket is the lack of celebration from the Indian team. They've been under the pump throughout this entire match. And it's showing. A successful over in the grand scheme of things from an Indian perspective. 260 for 3.
मोर 360 बनता फिर कितना चाहिए पहले ही करा देने नहीं मैं आ गई मैं कोई चलना
The record maker. The heartbreaker for an Indian side as we speak. We don't know because the chase is yet to come. But 139 not out is the highest score in a final in the DP World Men's Under-19 Asia Cup, eclipsing Sami Aslam's 134 in that iconic tied match against India Under-19 in that final. And he could add to that because he's still on strike as Henil comes in for his sixth. Wow. Just wow. Some shots don't need words. You just need to see them and appreciate them.
Again, just look at the length. He's hitting it on the up. He's looking to charge him. It's a manageable surface. Pace is very, very manageable. Bounced a bit. But lovely execution. Very much in control. Picking his spots. And just planting it wherever he likes it.
What concerns me is, it seems like they're going through the motions. Where's the variety? Where are the cutters? Where's the effort ball? There, you've heard some effort from Henil now.
And also, you made a good point about the body language of the Indian fielders. It's very important. We didn't see that celebration when that wicket went down. So it kind of conveys a message that, you know, you're down and you know, your shoulders are drooping. That India should not allow that to happen. Because we've seen the surface, we've seen that this is not a big ground. Outfield is fast. So I'm not in any way taking anything away from where Pakistan is. They're very much in front. But the game is not over until it's over.
Yeah, when you're down and out and there seems no hope at all, if you just believe, there's no way you can fall. And that should be the thought process for the Indian side right now. But there you go, you can just see his face. Glum. He's off the mark, the captain.
Yeah, this is his role. He can see that Minhas is well set at the other end. And is scoring at 150. This is the wicket we're talking about. Fairly straightforward chance to the captain. Well, he celebrates, but we haven't really seen the team celebrating. We generally see the high fives running in, congratulating each other, but they kind of stayed where they are and they were quite slow to get to that huddle.
Slowly creeping towards another landmark is Samir Minhas.
And also, they got a boundary of the first ball. So now what they're doing is they're just milking the bowling. They're doing singles. So if they get 2 more singles, they got 9 in the over. So and they're playing risk-free cricket. They don't have to go after the bowling and look to blast them. Just knocking it around because they've already got the important boundary. So clever cricket on the part of the Pakistan batters.
There's plenty to celebrate if you're in the green. Smiles galore. For all those fans that have managed to get in, and there are plenty more that are waiting to just get through that gate, encouraging these young stars. One's for the future. For the future. And there's a party atmosphere as well. We've been listening to the music. Patel will finish his spell. When it comes to the bowling department, he's been the most successful and the most economical. An economy of 3.89, a couple of wickets to his name, important breakthroughs, and now would be looking to rush through his last over too.
See, if you look at the 3 fast bowlers, the very purpose of India bowling first was to try and exploit with seam bowlers. And Kumar has gone for 50 runs in 5 overs, Patel 40 in 6, and Devendran has gone for 51 in 6. So they have not got anything out of the fast bowlers. Yes, they created a few opportunities, but by and large, they've been dominated.
Straight back towards the bowler, Samir Minhas had to dive and keep himself within the crease. Right chuckle from him. I absolutely agree, because Kishan Kumar has been very, very good with that new ball. And he's picked up a few wickets but never given away runs. Hinil Patel, a mixed bag, but Dipesh Devendran, the way they took on Dipesh Devendran is what has impressed me the most. You know he is the strike bowler. You know he is the one that troubled you last time around. This time you sent him a message and the team a message that you aren't daunted by him.
I think it was the length he bowled. I love the batters to play the horizontal shots, because that's generally how he bowls. Bowls back of a length, bowls into the pitch. Yes, he looks to bowl the full ball, but generally. So he's paid a price in this spell, none for 51 in 6. But I think this young man, Patel, Ilan, has been very good. He's kind of steadied the Indian bowling ship. He's brought back some control when the rest of the bowling have been going for a lot of runs.
All eyes will be on him. Frees his arms, sends it for 6. ends Khilan Patel's spell with that maximum. 40 done, 276 for 3. Yeah, we're looking at a skyscraper as big as the Burj Khalifa when it comes to the score that the Pakistan under-19 side can put up in this final. As the umpire lets us know, we're into power play 3 and the death overs.
Well, if you look at where Pakistan is, that's the field going into the last 10 overs. But if you look at where Pakistan is at the moment, you're going into the last 60 balls with one very good batter who's set and striking at nearly 150. And also a top order batter, Farhan Yusuf, who's in support. So this is perfect if you're the batting side. So you can really prosper. If you go at 7 runs, 8 runs and over, you're looking at 350 plus. Which can be a very, very big margin score to chase.
Good fielding. Aaron George, short fine leg.
So this is the game. India will hope that the skipper Ayush Matre will put his hand up. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, we have seen glimpses of him, just one knock. Gets into his act. This is that last 6, short delivery. Dragged over mid-wicket. And of course George, Aaron George. Another look, that was short, very short. Aaron George plays his role. They need solidity, they need something special from the top 3. If they are to get anywhere close to what Pakistan looks like setting them for a chase.
Just rolled his fingers over the ball. Carefully played by the captain as well. Applauded because they realized how it was.
That's the plan. That has to be the plan. Get the man on strike. Get the man who's striking at close to 150 on strike. Just keep pushing the ball around, knock it around. Of course, if you get a bad ball, you put it away for 6 like it did. But otherwise, the objective, give this man as much strike as possible.
He's not moved, as Sarfaraz. He's just stayed there throughout the innings. Inil slips. And perhaps put the batters off as well. Straight towards the fielder.
I think missed out. That was not a great delivery. It was a short delivery and the mid-wicket area is open on the leg side. So if you get it over the fielder, get it over him, that's 4 or 5 yards either side. So he's got to be very, very careful with the length because he's bowling to a tight offside field. Leg side is quite wide and large open spaces, but he's got more on the offside.
Again towards the fielder. Directed and it could be Cottons. Ooh, you don't want to do that, Sameer Minhas.
That was a brain fade. Absolute brain fade. How could he run? It was played straight to the fielder. Good call by the captain, but just look at this. He shuffled across and he's... Oh my goodness, a direct hit would have been interesting.
A direct hit, he was gone. He was absolutely gone. What's interesting though is because he's batting from this end, which is the school end, the scoreboard is right in front of him. He can see that he's on 148 not out. I wonder if that has any bearings on his mentality as he plays these shots right now.
Yeah, there's a definite possibility. Let's not forget he's a young man. He will have to learn to soak the pressure. So at the moment, 148. Yes, he'll be interested in his 150, but he's got to be careful. That's, you play it straight to the fielder and you try to run.
What's fascinating is, didn't get nervous in the 90s, but suddenly, now, being a little more careful after that incident.
He's playing the situation, not the ball.
They're getting ready to celebrate alongside Samir Minhas. He'll get that single. Get himself to 149. 279 for 3 after 41. During the death overs, Pakistan under-19 have been superb, 9.89, and that augurs well for them because at 10 and over, they can reach 369 and set a target of 370.
And you're talking about going into the last 10 with a set batter or set batters, and that's what Pakistan has. They can express themselves fearlessly and hoping that this man can carry them through.
What has been a gorgeous day for Pakistan under-19. It has been a gargantuan performance by Samir Minhas. Raise your bat once more, young man. 150 in this final.
Amazing temperament, amazing innings. Obviously coming into this game under pressure. It's an India-Pakistan game, so there's added pressure. And you come in and play an innings like this. He's used the sweep shot very effectively against the off-spinner. And he's got maximum results. Outstanding knock. It's a special knock.
And just the character that he's shown. Just the character that he's shown throughout. Remember, he came in during ball 1. From there on, you just stay in the middle. Very few. Yes, there have been certain moments where he's been a little lucky. But very few false shots.
I think it's been an off day for Kanish Chauhan. To start with, his length hasn't been all that consistent. He's also erred bowling his line, but every time he's been swept, he's gone wider and bowled shorter.
And he's crossed another landmark. Of course, the fact that he's made 150, but he's also the third batter to cross 150 in this age group of under-19 cricket. After Shahzeb Khan, who did it against India under-19 in Dubai. That was last year. And Shamil Hussain, who did against Sri Lanka under-19 for Pakistan. So Samir Minhas adds himself in a very celebrated list. 286 for 3. Yeah, I'd like to have a look at those notes. She's talking tactics, isn't she? These are the highest scores in the tournament so far. Samir Minhas features twice already. Wow.
Not about that young man, Iron Misbah. What a player he is. Plays for the UAE. And he looks another special player. Great temperament, great technique. So he'll go a long way as a batter.
Work of art once more. He can do no wrong.
I'm just wondering whether it was a full toss or whether it was a half volley. Either way, brilliant execution. He picked his spot, went over cover. Yep, it was not a full toss, but it was almost a half volley. No, just over pitched. And look at how he goes over cover. And that's a longer part. So the timing is perfect for Minhas. He's moving quickly.
This is what he was looking for. That Yorker negotiated very well, though. I mean, when a player is batting at 162, you're seeing that ball at the size of a football, aren't you?
Also, the other thing is that the Indian bowlers have really not found a way to restrict him. He's picked his spots. He's opened up areas. He's challenged the Indian bowling, which has been a real challenge for the Indians.
Boom! A second sun in the sky. That delivery deserved what it got.
Yeah, it was a friendly full toss from Devendran, who's got it all wrong. And you don't bowl that when he's in this form. He's sighting the ball and he's striking it. And that's a gift and very well accepted.
Yeah, that's exactly what the sign that the umpire made as well. Huge six. The 300 is up with that. And the pace Devendran is very rattled.
Yeah, he looks rattled because if you look at the lengths he bowled, every time he pitched up, Minhas went over the top, and then all he did was drag his length, and the mistake was that he gave him with no fielders behind point on the offside. So he is rattled. He's already conceded 16 runs in the over, and this pair is making up for lost time in that last over.
Is this it? Is this the moment? It is! It is! Finally! Finally, they see the back of the villain of the Indian under-19 hearts. Sameer Minhas. A brilliant innings of 172 comes to an end. And Dipesh Devendran gets his man.
Yeah, bowled us slow. Rolled his fingers on top of it, deceived him in terms of pace. He was expecting a pace on, looking to go over the top. But what an innings from this man. Another look, definitely gripped a little bit in the surface because it was bowled slower. Went miles up in the air, and very good catch by Chauhan. But magnificent innings, 172 by Minhas. Pakistan, 302 for 4. Oh, yeah. I see.
And Sameer Minhas going means Huzaifa Ehsan comes in, and he scored a 70 against India under-19 in that group stage encounter. Technically, during domestic cricket, he is an opener.
That's a leg.
So we know that he has the talent. What this does do, though, Roshan, is that Farhan Yusuf has just played 13 deliveries, and there's another batter. So India can do something to restrict the run rate. He starts off with a dot ball. Dipesh Devendran gets a wicket fight. 302-4.
Well, fearless but not careless. That's enjoy your cricket, have fun. That's. Oh, was that a chance? Struck really hard. Struck fearlessly, struck for 4. The captain, Farhan Yusuf, is not holding back. Might have lost a wicket in the previous over of Samir Minhas. The captain saying the runs will still come. It's Kanish Chauhan this time around. What a cracking boundary. Off balance, hit down the ground for a single. He's hitting some cracking shots here. The comp box.
And now these batters, they've got license to thrill. They can go after every delivery. They've got 6 wickets in hands with 7 overs, 6.4 overs to go. Farhan Yusuf, mind you, he's also a very clean striker. He can hit them big. So another 6 over of him will surely take that score to 260 plus.
And he can hit, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Hassan's got to go. We saw his big hitting prowess in that previous match when these two sides were up against each other in the group stage, but not today. It's Kanish Chauhan who has the last laugh. Hassan trying to up the scoring rate, comes and goes without troubling the scorers.
Yeah, that will be a question mark if that was needed, yes. Just came in, facing third delivery. Yes, he had the license, but still the connection not quite there. Timing not there, yes, they enjoyed it. This is the good phase for India at the moment. Muzafar's Ehsan gone without scoring. It's 307 for 5.
For 2 here. They get 1 and settle for 1. I think there was hesitation. All of a wicket also prompting the captain to eschew risk. He said, hang on, let's not take that risky second run. Also gets strike back as the captain, as Mohammad Shayan takes that single to get off the mark. Oh, shuffled across his stumps. He's created this opportunity to get 4. Farhan Yusuf very intelligently gets 4 to end the over. It's 312 for 5 after 44. Samir Minhas, highest individual score. And I talk about an India versus Pakistan under-19 match in the DP World Men under-19 Asia Cup. 172 that he's got in the final today will really bolster Pakistan's chances. See, Jatin Paranjpa is 139, not out as well on that list for India. That was at the Eden Gardens back in 1990. When you talk about an India under-19 versus Pakistan under-19 match overall.
Yeah, scoring when it matters the most. In the final, 172. Sami Aslam featured in that list twice. Another very, very good left-hand opening batter. In the gap. In the gap. In the gap and a boundary. It's been that sort of inning from Indian fielders. It just hasn't gone their way. Gone through for a boundary to Shan. Gets him going.
He's played it wide of third man to get that 4. Using the pace that Dipesh Trivendran generates. And Krishan here, I think, was a tad late. One step behind the ball, or half a step behind the ball. Tried to put in the dive, or dived over it.
Yeah, should have done better than this at this level. It's just not been switched on since morning. It's just I wonder why that has happened. Because we don't expect Raman at this level, I mean, at any level, if you made it to India national side, under 19 maybe, the pressure, usually it's us who take the pressure. For the first time at this level, we were seeing the pressure being on India before the start of the game. That surprises me.
Clipped away for runs. Just get a feeling that they were just a tad off the pace when the game began. It wasn't really pressure, but I just get a feeling that in the initial few overs, they weren't absolutely keyed into certain minute things, like Henel standing at third at the boundary, not wearing the sunshades on when he had the sun right in his eyes. As a catch that would have changed the complexion of how things went. The catch put down by Aaron George early on in the innings. So those half moments, really those moments where you felt that they weren't completely switched on, probably.
Yeah, two is the call. But they're not going to get, this is good. Good sprint. Probably that 18-run inning of Zaur early on, that really, put them on the back foot. Probably then they realized, certainly in first couple of overs, that, oh, maybe we've made a mistake of bowling first, that this is a belter of a pitch.
But I still get a feeling this Indian batting unit has the wherewithal. There's Vaibhav Suryavanshi, there is Aaron George, there's the captain Mathri, who's due for a big knock. Vihan's been in good touch. Slower one. This is what's required here. The slower deliveries, the change-ups on a surface like this, where if you ball pace on regularly, the batsman's liking the pace on to the bat. Devendran's got that ability to take the pace off the ball. And I dare say, Ali, right, Pakistan have got runs on the board, but it's not going to be a cakewalk. This Indian batting unit can bat deep, and it's a good batting surface. So don't just count the Indian team out yet. They've got the wherewithal, and they've got the big match temperament.
You see all this discussion? They know it. Oh, yes, Dan, go on, bold. Yeah, attempted few different tricks in the previous over, not to be this. Didn't get the connection. Good consistency, great line, great length. Full toss just he missed.
He shuffled too far across the stumps because the fine leg was up. He's been wanting to play this shot. And that one just off the inner edge of the bat. He's played it onto the stumps. Devendran sticking to the basics, getting his man, and 19 for the Pakistan under-19 captain Farhan Yusuf. He's back in the hut, 319 for 6. Six down, the Pakistan under-19 side as the Indian bowlers are clawing their way back in this match. At one stage, the Pakistan under-19s were thinking about 400. Abdul Subhan walks out. He's known more for his bowling exploits. He's got 11 wickets as well this tournament, but right now he's got to contribute with the bat. I think this is a good comeback by the Indian bowlers. They pegged back the Pakistan under-19 side as Henel starts a fresh spell.
He's appealing for it. Oh yes, given out. What a fantastic period for India team in this game. They've taken 4 quick wickets and surely pulled back things for themselves. Brilliant comeback.
Henel starts off his over with a wicket. Just feeling for that ball, Shayan outside off. Look at this again. Really no movement of the feet. It was pure hands as he tried to guide it towards third man. Look at that, just opening the bat face, nicking it. And Kundu takes the catch. Henel was the one who knew the edge was there. The umpire corroborating by raising the finger. As they've lost 4 in quick succession. They're 7 down now for just 319 on the board as Shan heads back for 7.
Correct, yes, correct.
Shafiq, he's got to look in today. The one change that the Pakistan under-19s made for the final was getting this young lad into the playing 11. Picking up his second wicket. Meanwhile, oh, had him feeling for that ball. It's a good line for a new batter.
Yeah, it has all changed all of a sudden for India. Things have started to happen. And what a time to be doing all this, getting wickets. Yeah, just fetching it outside the off-stump, looking for that run towards third. I think Pakistan has missed the trick, Raman. They were looking for the glory, looking for that 400, and they've maybe missed out getting to that 350. And look at this. Lots of dot deliveries and wickets.
4 wickets in the last 3 overs. Oh, edge, just wide. That's going to go for 4. Streaky boundary for Shafiq. He gets off the mark and Herald says, there's no justice in this world for a bowler.
Absolutely, but Pakistan will take it with both hands. They'll take every run that comes their way from here, regardless of how they come. Tentative, very soft hands, but maybe a bit of angle to it too. That's why it didn't really go towards the wicketkeeper. Like the very end, it just angled it towards third. It was in business. It's been very good. They pulled back things amazingly well.
Look back at the last 21 runs, Pakistan have lost 4 wickets, including 2 of their well-set batters. And that's how the complexion of the game has changed. Dot ball. No, they'll get a single. They'll get a single. That's all right. Oh, the umpire was almost in the firing line there.
Now when the tension is back, you could just tell by the faces. At one point, Pakistan was cruising along, looking for 400. But those last 18 deliveries, 22 runs only, 4 wickets. That's where the damage has been done.
Absolutely, Alibhai. The other thing is, remember, we're in the third power play. So the extra boundary rider at the back, 5 on the fence. The big well-set batters looking for the glory shot, looking for the big hits, holding out in the deep. With the extra fielder out there, that's turned the tide. That's changed the complexion of this match. And a good comeback by the Indian bowlers as well.
And not to forget, just one ball being used now. So that has really changed the last few overs for the batters. With the ball gets up, bowlers tend to get reverse swing going. All these little factors that come into play. That's why Pakistan looked in a hurry before the 40 overs, before those one ball was taken. So lots of credit to Indian bowlers for using that ball to their effect. Getting the wicket, it has always been about wickets.
The change-ups coming into play with Devendra holding the slow ones, mixing things up. That's a dot delivery to end a wicket taking over. 6 of it. It's 325 for 7. Highest team totals in the Under-19 Asia Cup final. That's the number we're talking about. Pakistan today, 325 on the board. Have surpassed what India posted, 314 back in 2014. That was a match where Sanju Samson got 100 for the India Under-19s in that final. Which all got 100 in that final as well. Oh, the crowds queuing up. India had defended that 314. with Kuldeep Yadav in the bowling attack, picking up 3 wickets in that match. That was 11 years ago, and we've seen them go on since then to play for the national side, for the senior team.
All of them waiting outside to get in, because they know that India's got Vaibhav Suryavanshi. No matter how many Pakistan get, if he gets in, he gets going. I mean, by then India is in definite chance to even score down 360. One has been guided towards third, 2 is the call, but it's not going to get second out of it.
Yes, there's Bigan Kundu you see in your screens. He got a 209, remember, a couple of games ago. The hands are only queuing up. They're also trying to pick up vantage spots, even if they're not in the stadium, but outside the stadium. They're trying to find a vantage spot with some elevation that they can watch the match with an unobstructed view from outside the ground.
It's always good to have a building around. You can always rent it out. So that people can get to those buildings and watch the game. Have a look at this. Very expensive building. This must be today. They're all enjoying wherever, as you said, wherever they can find a spot to watch this game. And it will get interesting in the second inning even. It's not just a one-way traffic or just one-sided game.
Takes the aerial route. There's a fielder there. Gets under it. Thank you very much. Henil Patel takes the catch. Dipesh Devendran gets his third wicket in the final. And he's moved up to 14 wickets in the tournament now as Devendran. Pakistan lose another wicket here.
Yeah, that one ball certainly working for India. Yeah, I wanted to go big, but very smart captaincy. He's got that point fielder at the boundary line, knowing that what length the bowler will be using. Dhawan will go back after scoring 2 runs, 327 for 8.
Devendran's got one more over in his spell after this. Almost had another wicket to his name. Siam, the new batter in. He's going to struggle when some of the top order batters have struggled against Devendran. It's going to be a tough ask for the tail ender.
Certainly working for him. Look outside the off stump, got the room, went after it. But the captaincy, very smart from Matre, had a fielder placed there. They all enjoyed it. They all loved it. There haven't been many moments as far as the first inning is concerned for the crowd to enjoy, but certainly last 30-odd deliveries, it's been all India. They pulled back things beautifully. We'll talk more about it. 47 done, 329.